Coming up on Harbor Highlights, we have an interview with our new assistant principal and information about this year's testing.
We also have some more details on this year's yearbook cover contest. This and more, so stay tuned. Good morning, Harborites. I'm Cole.
And I'm Connor.
To start our show, please join us in the pledge. Please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have a great addition to our school, our new principal, Mrs. Woods.
She has been here only a few weeks already and is doing a great job getting to know the students, encouraging us to be our best at Harborites.
Some students had a chance to talk to her. Let's see what they learned.
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. So I'm Mrs. Woods. I grew up my young years in Gary, Indiana. I have a brother and a twin sister. My sister's name is Jarita, and we moved to Michigan when we were 11. And then I went to high school in the Lansing area, and then I went to Grand Valley. So I got my first degree from Grand Valley, and then I got another degree from Grand Valley. So I got 2 degrees from Grand Valley, one of them in teaching. So I started teaching, and I absolutely loved it. I got a master's degree from Michigan State University, and I was a teacher in Jenison. And then I switched to Coopersville Public Schools, where I was a consultant. And while I was there, I started another degree. So I'm working on my last degree right now. It's a doctorate from Eastern Michigan University. And I just recently ventured here to West Ottawa Public Schools. So now I'm here.
What do you think about Harborites so far?
I love it. I think it's fun. I am enjoying getting to know all the kids and all of the teachers. It seems to be an awesome place to be. So I'm loving it.
How did you decide to come to West Ottawa Public Schools?
Well, I actually had the opportunity to come here last year and work with the teachers. I absolutely loved being here and getting to know the teachers. And so when this position became available, I applied. And I was excited that I actually got an interview, so that was fun. And now I'm excited to be here. So,
What are some of your goals or how you could be awesome this year at Harborites?
I think my biggest goal to be awesome here at Harborites is to actually get to know all of the kids and the teachers and to build strong relationships with all of you. So that's my biggest goal.
What or who decided to make you go for another degree?
Well, I am a goal setter. So I like to constantly set new goals, and I love what I do in teaching. So my next goal was to figure out how I could be a better teacher. I think one of the reasons why I decided to do this is I love for my own children to see me set goals and achieve them. So I wanted them to see me achieve another goal. So I'm almost there.
If you haven't had a chance already to meet her, make sure to say hi. Mrs. Woods helps students with their last names, M through Z.
Her expertise is in teaching strategies to meet all learners is an awesome addition to Harborites family.
Now over to this week's general announcements.
Hi, I'm Zach.
And I'm CJ. This week's lunch specials are Monday, chicken fajitas, sweet potato puffs, Tuesday, walking taco and refried beans.
Wednesday, oven roasted turkey with gravy, whipped potatoes, and dinner roll. Thursday, dream waffles, sausage links, and hash browns. And on Friday, Italian beef and pepperoni calzone with California blend vegetables.
If your parents have not come to conferences yet, they have one last chance this Tuesday from 5 to 8 p.m.
BBYA meets Wednesday at the Mac Bay Library. There are many opportunities for parents at Harborites to stay connected.
The third Thursday of every month, Harborites parents have the opportunity to meet to talk about the exciting things going on at Harborites. The first meeting is this Thursday in the library at 6:30.
There is also a Harborites parent group on Facebook. If you like the page, you will get updates and have the ability to connect with other Harborites parents.
It's amazing each year the amazing artwork that is turned in for the yearbook cover contest. You still have a few more weeks to work on your entries, but here's Mr. Lemon letting you know why this may be a contest you want to enter.
Why do you have students create the covers? think the first reason that we have students create covers for the yearbook is that it allows them to express what they think about Harbor Lights. Secondly, our cover changes every year. It's been created by students every year, so it's a tradition that we have. And it's a good tradition, so we might as well keep that going.
What are the requirements?
There's really 4 or 5 main requirements for the yearbook cover. First of all, it has to fit on a standard piece of computer paper, 8.5 by 11. It has to have the name of the school, Harbor Lights. It should have West Ottawa and Panthers on it. Really importantly, it has to have 2014-2015. And then the last one, it needs to be able to be printed in black and white.
Who judges the covers?
The yearbook competition covers are judged by the staff, so you have teacher input as well as office staff and administration input. So it's really kind of a whole building, looks at everything and decides which is the best cover for the year.
The designs usually win.
Obviously, the best way to win is to make sure that you follow the requirements that we have. Aside from that, we really look for creativity. If you remember last year's cover, obviously pretty creative. You had some artistic ability there. But it doesn't always have to be just who's the best artist. A lot of students in the past have used some mathematics skills like rulers to make everything proportional. You really want it to just look well. There's no definition of what looks good, but kind of pleasing to the eye.
Why would you encourage students to create the covers?
I think the most encouragement, or the best reason I would encourage a student to do that is that that's forever. I mean, you're in 8th grade now, 7th grade, 6th grade. When you're in high school, when you're in college, when you're an adult like me, you can look back at your yearbook and be like, I made that. That was me. Everybody that I went to school with that year has something that I made. And that's a pretty unique attribute to have when you're in middle school.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lemon, for letting us interview.
Even if your design is not chosen for the cover, they put the other entries on the page inside the yearbook. Don't forget to turn your designs into the front office.
Now to the sports for this week's games.
I'm Hunter. And I'm at Little Panthers boys basketball. Registration forms are due next Tuesday, November 25th to the athletic office. 6th grade boys interested in playing basketball can find the form at West Ottawa Harbor Lights newsletter on our website.
Girls swim and dive are home for both meets, Tuesday and against Hamilton and Thursday challenging Jenison.
Boys basketball competes against Hamilton away on Tuesday, and on Thursday they are home against Reese Puffer.
Competitive cheer are practicing their first meet on December 6th. Now back to the anchors.
Thanks. You may have noticed that we didn't do MEEP testing this fall. There are some changes to state testing this year, and some students talked to Mr. Lemon about the new testing type.
What kind of subjects Discovery Ed test you in?
Subjects that Discovery Ed tests for are language arts or English, but it's a reading test, and then there's also a mathematics portion of the Discovery Ed test.
Why do we do Discovery Ed?
The main reason we do Discovery Ed testing, it's a test that takes place 3 times during the year, gives students a baseline of where they are at the beginning of the year. Then we take the second round in December and the third round in the spring. It allows students to see their growth and also allows teachers to see how their students are progressing with the content they teach.
Why is Discovery Ed important, or what are the benefits?
I think the biggest benefit is it allows students to see where they were at the beginning of the year and then where they end the year at, so they can really show growth, which is important. Obviously, whether or not you're ahead or behind when you enter the grade, as long as you're making adequate growth that year, that's really the goal. I think the other thing that's really important with the testing is all of our students take it in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, so you can get a comparative analysis of where we are versus where we should be.
How will we be doing the MEEP testing, and when is it?
A little different for students. Much like the Discovery Ed test, the MEEP for 2014-2015 will be all computer-based. Also, the MEEP will be in the spring this year versus the traditional fall testing. So very similar to Discovery Ed, it's all electronic-based now.
Testing last year, how did we do, and what do we need to do to improve?
For Discovery Ed testing, a lot of our students showed a large amount of growth, which is really important. We had a vast majority of our building moved quite a bit towards an entire year or over a year's worth of growth, which is really nice to see. The thing that we probably need to improve on is something that all students can improve on. It's the loss of material over the summer.
Your parents had the opportunity to get your Discovery Educational Test scores at conferences. Discovery Educational Tests are really a great tool for each individual student to see how they are doing and compare themselves to others.
The best part is that you get the results soon after the test is completed, and there are strategies the teachers can use to help you improve the areas you need help on.
It's also great to see how your scores improve over the year as you reach the grade level expectations.
We are on the final week of our tardy competition with our third-year class, so make sure you are getting to class on time.
Keep making good choices on the road that leads you to awesome. Check out our announcements on SchoolTube or like Harbor Lights on Facebook.
Thanks for watching our announcements. Have a great week. Bye!